Namaste everyone, good morning and welcome to the YogaCandi YouTube channel. My name's Candace and today we have an energizing morning flow. We're going to start off doing the breath of fire. So this breath is just fantastic for energizing the body and waking up the whole system. There are people that this is not suitable for, and I've put some of the reasons below, but one of them is pregnancy. So if you're pregnant, don't do this video at all, and certainly don't do this breath. So take a look at those in the description before you start the class, just in case you fall under one of those contraindications. If you do, that's okay, just join us and take nice deep breaths instead of doing fire breath. So sit up nice and tall, take a comfortable seat, any seat of your choice. You can kneel, you can sit in a chair, and you can be cross-legged. And we're going to take our hands to our knees. So just place the tops of your hands, palms facing up. And let's take a little mudra, so take your thumb to your index finger and point all three fingers facing forwards and draw your index finger close towards your middle finger so that you're quite engaged in the hands. This is a little bit for concentration. So sit up tall, roll your shoulders back and down. On the inhale, we're going to fill the belly, so the belly's going to fill up like a balloon on the inhale. On the exhale, you're going to forcefully draw it back towards the spine. So I'm going to show you 3 little breaths and then you can follow along with me. So on the inhale, we're filling the belly. Exhale. So imagine you're panting like a dog. So you're going to be going, and it's going to be quite fast. If you watch a dog pant, their stomach does exactly that. So as you breathe in, so you want to do it quite quickly, but if you're a total beginner, you can go as slow as you need to make sure that you're feeling your belly balloon on the inhale and go back on the exhale. So take your hand to your belly, everybody. We'll do 3 together as a practice, and then we'll do a little round of them. So you can close the mouth this time, you don't have to pant like a dog, and breathe in through the nose. If you can't breathe through the nose, breathe through the mouth, that's fine. So let's do 3 together. Okay, so that's not very fast, and you can go faster. You can go as fast as you like. We're going to do a round of 10, so we're going to take 10 breaths just like that, and then we're going to take 3 rounds of 10 together. So let's begin in your own time. Take your first inhale, and as quickly as you want to, we're going to force those exhales. On the last one, exhale and hold. Hug your belly button back towards your spine. Lift up through the pelvic floor. Hold the breath. And then take a deep breath. Take a couple of natural breaths here. If you start to feel lightheaded, that's totally normal. Just let the body do what it's doing. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. One more deep breath. And we're going to take another round. So take a big inhale, fill the belly. And 10. Take a big inhale. Exhale, hug the spine back and hold it. Lift up through the pelvic floor. And release. Take 3 deep breaths. One more deep breath. Take an inhale. Fill the belly, and we're going to take 10 more. Take a big inhale. On the exhale, draw the spine back, the belly back. Hold it, lift the pelvic floor. So you're drawing the pelvic floor up towards your rib cage. Hold it. And then take deep breaths. Take a moment here, close your eyes and tune into the body. Breathe nice deep inhales now, in and out of the nostrils. You're just going to take a moment to feel out the body, to become aware of how we feel this morning. If there's any places of tension, and we're going to intentionally let go and release those areas of the body throughout our flow. And if you're lacking energy this morning, this class will bring that back to you. While you sit here with your eyes closed, set an intention for today's class. Your intention may sound something like, I will keep positive throughout my day today. Whatever your intention is, say it to yourself in your head. Take a couple more deep breaths, and if you understand Ujjayi breath, then start to engage your Ujjayi breath now. If not, just keep your inhales and exhales nice and deep. Take one more deep breath. With the eyes closed, just start to roll the neck gently from side to side. Stretching out the neck. Roll over towards the right side, drop your head towards the shoulder and extend through your left hand. Take it down to the floor, just getting a bit of a deeper stretch down the neck here on the left side. Keep your breath deep. One more. And release, take the palm back to the knee. And we're going to tilt the head towards the right side, to the left side, and extend through the right fingertips down to the ground. Big breath, shoulders away from the ears. One more deep breath. Back to center. Let's do some arm circles, coming over towards the right fingertips. Inhale the right arm up and over your ear. Take a big stretch through the side body. And then circle the arm, nice big circles in one direction. Look behind you as it goes behind you, and then watch it as it comes forward. One more. And then in the opposite direction, just take 3. And then side stretch once again, look to the sky, tilt the chest towards the sky. Back to center, let's send it to the other side. Left hand to the ground, stretch through the side body, extend through that right arm, chest towards the sky. And then big circles, look behind you as your arm goes. Just 3 in this direction. And then rotate in the opposite direction, take 3. And then extend through the body once again, looking up to the sky, tilting the chest. And back to center. Let's make our way into a tabletop. Hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Just start to do some circles with the hips in one direction. Take 3 big circles, feeling through the back body. And then take the circles in the opposite direction. Keep your breath nice and deep. And then let's take some cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, arch. Take 3 more. One more. Extend through the arms, bring the forehead down to the ground. Keep your elbows off the ground, and we're going to come in for our puppy pose. Hips are still in line with the knees. Really extend through those fingers. Get them as far away from your body as you can. Feeling a little stretch down the shoulder blades, through the spine. Sink low with your chest, as if you're trying to bring your chest down towards the mat. Suck your belly up and back towards your spine. And lift up through the pelvic floor. So imagine you're holding on. You don't want to go to the toilet, that kind of a sensation. Squeeze. Squeezing the belly, lifting the pelvic floor. And now roll your spine back towards your knees, bringing your fingertips to your knees. Inhale your arms up to the sky. Look up and take a little back bend. Exhale your hands to your heart center. Come back to your tabletop. Inhaling the right hand up to the sky. Look up and engage through the body. Suck your core back towards your spine. Look at your right fingertips. Really, really opening up through the chest. And then exhale. Come on down, bringing that right arm underneath the left for thread the needle. Bring that shoulder down towards the ground. Press it into the floor, getting a nice deep twist and a deep stretch through the back of this right arm. If you're very tight, this may feel wonderful. You can keep your left hand where it is or take it up towards the sky and just hold it up in the sky. If you want to go a step further, you're going to bend the right arm and take prayer hands with your hands. So you're going to push your palms in towards each other, getting a little deeper into the twist. Keeping that left elbow pointed up towards the sky so your elbows are in line with each other. Take one more deep breath, sucking the belly back. And then release wherever you are. Push yourself up, back into a tabletop, but inhale that right arm up to the sky once more. Look up. And then draw it down to the floor. Let's do the same on the opposite side. Inhaling the left hand to the sky, look up, suck your belly back towards your spine. Really engaging through the arms. This is an intentional move. So no floppy laziness here, guys. Take one more breath. And then exhale, draw that arm underneath the right, sorry. Gosh, I don't know my right from my left. And come down towards your shoulder, bringing your head down to the ground. Pushing that shoulder into the floor, getting nice and deep into your twist. Suck your belly back. Hold this, and if you want to go a step further, you can take the arm up to the sky. You can just keep it there, or we're going to take our prayer hands again, bending through the elbows, pushing our palms into each other. That right elbow is pointed up towards the sky. Sucking your belly back. Let's take one more deep breath together here. And then release, taking the arm back to the ground. Push yourself back up. Inhaling the left arm to the sky, look up. Exhale, release back to the mat. Walk your hands forward, in for our first downward facing dog. You want your feet in line with your hips, your hands in line with your elbows, with your shoulders. So let's start to walk our dog and suck our belly back. If you're very tight this morning, then keep your knees as bent as you want them to be in your downward facing dog. And we can just keep walking, warming up through those hamstrings.
keeping our breath nice and deep. Take one nice deep breath in a still down dog. On the exhale, look forward and take a slow walk, all really nice and slow, all the way to the top of the mat. Bending the knees, inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold, keeping the knees bent. Interlace your fingertips behind your back and allow them to fall up and over your head. Suck your belly back towards the spine. Inhale, halfway lift, look up once again. Plant your hands, step back, downward facing dog. Walk your dog. We're going to do that 2 more times. You can start to straighten your legs in your forward fold, or you can just keep them bent. And then take a big deep breath in a still down dog once again. And then another slow walk, stretching out those hamstrings all the way to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, look up. If your hamstrings are ready, you can straighten them a little more. This time, grab onto the elbows, hang heavy, like a nice heavy ragdoll. Allow your neck to hang heavily. And then inhale, half lift, look up. Plant your hands, step back to down dog. We've got that one more time. This time you can either do that nice slow walk to the top of the mat, or you can take a little hop. Look forward and take a little hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, look up. Exhale, fold. Interlace your fingers behind your back once again, but put the opposite thumb on top so it'll feel a little awkward. And allow your hands to fall up and over your head. Sucking your belly back. Breathe deep. Now release the hands. Inhale, halfway lift, look up. Exhale, fold. Planting the hands, stepping back into plank. Hold your plank for a nice deep breath. And then exhale back, down dog. From our down dog, we're going to keep going forward into plank times 3. So you can either wave the spine or you can just roll forward into a plank. So on the exhale, roll forward into plank. Take a deep inhale here, holding your plank, and back to down dog. And again. Holding plank for a breath. Exhale, down dog. Do it one more time. Rolling forward to your plank. Hold it for a breath. And back to down dog. Walking that dog for a moment. Inhale, look forward. Take a little step or a hop to the front of your mat once again. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Feet in line with hips. Scrape your fingertips along the ground, coming down for a chair pose. Sending your bum towards the ground. Your knees must not exceed your feet, so make sure you can still see your toes. Hands to the sky or at your heart and in prayer. Hold this. And then inhale all the way to mountain. Watch your hands as they touch at the top. And exhale them to your heart center. Lift up through the left knee. Hold it towards your chest. Now open that knee out to the side. And then bring it back towards the chest. Let's take a big step behind us into a high lunge.
Inhale the hands to the sky, look up. Bend deep into the front knee. And now have your hands in prayer and draw your hands towards the center of your neck. So behind your head, try to draw your elbows towards each other as if it's cradling the head, and just hold this, feeling the fire. Hold this for one more deep breath. Hands back to the sky. Open up to warrior two. Back foot 90-degree angle to the back of the mat. Bend into the front knee. Look beyond the right fingertips. One more deep breath. Bringing this right hand to the right knee, inhale, the left arm up and over the left ear. Look up to the sky. Back to warrior two. One more time, down towards the knee. Inhaling the left hand up and over the ear. Warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Turn your feet to face forwards. And heel toe your feet a little closer. Now open out the feet so the toes are facing away from your body, heels are facing each other. Coming down for our goddess pose. So opening up through the knees, this is quite a fiery pose. Open them as best you can. Hands at your heart center, or you can place them on your knees gently. Find a little sway. Feeling the fire. Just one more breath. And then inhale the hands to the sky, look up. Draw them to the heart center. Come back to warrior two, open out. Back knee, back foot is 90-degree angle to the back of the mat. Front foot faces forwards, look beyond these right fingertips. And now cartwheel your hands down and frame the front foot. Coming down for a low lunge. So we're in a runner's lunge, coming down to the toes, just hold this, and then gently bring that knee down to the ground, in for a low lunge. Depending on your flexibility, you may need to bring your hands to the front knee, and just feel gravity doing its work. Sink your hips low, sinking low towards the mat, releasing the psoas muscle. Such a wonderful muscle to release, especially when we do a lot of sitting at desks and things like that. And a wonderful area to stretch just after a long night of sleep. And then exhale, send your hips back. Now depending on your flexibility, again this is half split pose. The front leg is straight, toes facing up towards the sky. You can stay up on your fingertips, or you can come a little lower. Keeping the hips squared, both of your hip bones are facing forwards. Take one more deep breath here. And roll forward back into our low lunge. Plant your hands either side of the front foot, step back into a plank. Hold your plank nice and strong, take a deep breath. Gently bring your knees to the ground. Hug your elbows close to your body for our chaturanga. We're going to draw our body down towards the ground. Just hover off the ground. Inhale for baby cobra, lift your hands off of the floor. Chest is lifted. Exhale down. Take one more. Inhale, lift the hands in the chest. Exhale down. Using the strength of your arms, push yourself back up to downward facing dog. Give your dog a little walk here. And then become still. Tuck your chin towards your chest, looking between the legs. Draw your shoulder blades apart, so you're trying to get your armpits to look at each other.
draw your heels down towards the ground as best you can. And let's together close our eyes and take 3 deep breaths here in our down dog. Or you can take a child's pose if you need a rest.
Okay, inhale, look forwards. You can take your little steps to the front or take a little jump to the front of the mat and inhale, halfway lift, look up. Exhale, fold. Scraping the fingertips along the ground, we're coming down for our chair pose. Once again, sending your bum back and down. Keeping the knees in line with the hips. Making sure your knees don't extend past your toes. Make sure you can still see your toes. You can bring your hands to your heart center if you would like to. And then inhale, hands to the sky, look up as they touch. Exhale them to the heart center. Take a little wobble with the body. Give it all a little shake out, and we're going to start that whole sequence on the other side. So inhale the right knee up to the chest, hold it towards you, suck your belly back, open that knee out to the side. You can take your hand over towards your left hip just to help you with balance. Don't worry if you fall out of it. And then draw the knee back towards the chest. Now take a big step back into our high lunge. You can take that step nice and slow, but don't worry if you lose balance. Inhaling the hands to the sky, look up, sink low in the hips. Your hip bones are facing forwards, both of your feet are facing forwards. Taking your hands to prayer above your head, bend your elbows, drawing your thumbs, pressing them between your shoulder blades or just above. Sink low into the front knee, squeeze your elbows towards each other. Hold this for a nice deep breath. Then release the hands back up to the sky and open up, Warrior Two. Bending into the front knee, that front foot faces forwards, back foot is now rotated. The heel, the knife edge of the foot is 90-degree angle to the back of the mat. Bend into the front knee. Look beyond these left fingertips. Hold this for another deep breath. And then bring your left hand to the left knee, inhaling the right hand up and over your ear. Look up to the sky, keeping strong in the legs. And then exhale, go back to our Warrior Two. Going to do that again. So coming down onto the elbow, inhaling this right arm up and over the ear. Strong in the legs. Back to our Warrior Two. Straighten the front knee. Point the toes forward and just heel toes slightly closer towards your body. Now your toes are facing outwards, heels are facing in. We're coming down for our goddess pose. Sink your hips low, open up wide through the knees. As wide as they can go, sink low and do a little bounce this time. Hands at heart center in prayer. And then inhale back to standing, inhaling the hands to the sky, look up. Draw your hands to your heart center. Opening up to our Warrior Two. The front toes face forwards once again. Go deep into your lunge. Look beyond the left fingertips. And then rotate and frame the front foot. Come up off the back heel into our runner's lunge. Now our hips are squared off now, facing forwards. You can find a little rock in your runner's lunge or be still. And then gently draw the back knee down towards the ground, in for a low lunge. You can stay framing the front foot and just get in as deep as you want, or bring your hands up towards your knee. Whichever feels more comfortable for you, for your flexibility, or for how you're feeling this morning. Just remember, there's no competition, guys. Yoga is really all about listening to that body. Take one more deep inhale here. On your next exhale, we're going to send our hips back, straightening the front leg in for our half split pose. Send your toes up towards the sky. You can stay up high on your fingertips. Just find a little balance by sucking your core back. Or you can come a little deeper, just bending over that front leg. Breathe here, nice deep breaths. And then exhale, come on forward, back to our low lunge. Look forwards. And now frame the front foot, come up off the back knee and step back into your plank. Holding your plank, take a couple of deep breaths in your plank, suck your core back towards your spine. Try not to have your hips lifted. You want your elbows in line with your shoulders. Your elbow and your wrists in line with your shoulders. Take one more deep breath, core hugs back, and bring your knees down to the ground. Hold this just for a second. We're going to draw our elbows close to the body and very slowly as you possibly can, bring your chest all the way to the ground. Inhale for baby cobra. Lift your chest and your hands off the mat. Exhale down. Let's take 3. Inhale up. Lift chest and hands. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Let's take one more. Exhale down. From here, push your bum back towards your heels. Open your knees as wide as your mat. And walk your hands forward. We're going to take a little rest in a wide-legged child's pose. Bring your forehead down to the ground. Extend through the arms. Suck your core back. And together let's take 3 deep breaths here, just relaxing into the pose. Allow your hips to get as far down to the ground as they can get. And release. Walk your hands back towards your body. Draw your knees together. Walk to the center of your mat. And we're going to do some bridge lifts. So from here, have your feet in line with your knees and your knees in line with your hips. We're going to very slowly roll our spine down towards the ground. So extend through your arms and as slowly as you can, roll your spine vertebrae by vertebrae down towards the floor. Suck your belly back. When you get down there, let's give our knees a little hug towards the chest. And then place your feet back on the ground, hip distance. Make sure you can just about touch the heels of your feet, and then they're in about the right position. We're going to do bridge lifts. So suck your belly back, place your hands firmly onto the ground just next to your body, and on an inhale lift your hips to the sky and lift the part between your chest up towards the sky, so quite a lot of your spine is lifted off the floor. Hold that and then exhale down. Let's take 5 following the breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale down.
Squeeze your bum at the top. Take 3 more. Inhale, lift, squeeze your bum. Take 1 more. Inhale. Really squeeze even harder on this last one. And exhale down. Hug your knees back towards your elbows, back towards your armpits. You can find a little rocking motion here if you want to. And then our last pose today, just before we end our class, lift your legs to the sky. So try to have them in like an L sit type position. You want to have your heels in line with your hips. If it's not possible to have your legs straight, just keep them bent. That's okay. Look at your toes. We're going to really try to push our lower spine down towards the ground. Suck your belly back towards your spine. Feel it. You'll feel it really engage. Now place your hands either underneath your bum or just to the sides of you, or anywhere that feels most comfortable. You can even place them on your stomach if that helps to know that you're keeping your stomach engaged. Open your feet so they're in line with your hips, and very, very slowly, keeping the shoulders down on the ground, we're going to very gently start to lower this right leg. When you feel your lower spine starting to lift off the ground, that's where you stop, and that's where you bring it back to this resting position. I know it doesn't feel very resting. So wherever you start to feel the resistance starting to pull your lower spine up off the ground, that's when you bring it back up towards the sky. So let's take 10. That's 5 each side. Just listen to your body, really feel that spine. If you start to feel the lift, you're drawing it back towards the sky. So keep going. You might even be able to come to the point where you slightly hover off the ground and then gently draw it to the sky. But don't go further than your body's ready to go. Suck your belly back. As gently as you can. This is more about gentle control. So that's 1 each side. Go the other side 1 more time. I'm sorry, or second time, very slowly lowering. And then draw it back to the sky. Only go as far as you're ready. Exhaling as the leg goes down. Inhale it back to the sky when you're ready. That's 2 each side. We're going 3 now. Exhaling the right leg down. Inhale it up to the sky. Exhaling the left down. Inhaling it back to the sky. 2 more each side. Exhale this right leg down towards the ground, only as far as you can go. Inhale it to the sky. Left side. Slow and controlled. Feeling the power of the belly, the power of the core, and the power of your hip flexors as well. We're doing 1 more now. Exhale down, lowering the right leg. Inhaling it back to center. Last on the left side, you've got this. 1 more. Inhale, lift. Relax, relax. Relax your legs. Hug your knees up towards your armpits. Just stay here, taking a grip of your hands, drawing those knees very close towards your body. And let's open it up into happy baby. So you're taking your elbows on the inside edges of your legs and grab the outside edge of your feet, drawing those hips nice, wide and open. Suck up through your pelvic floor, so you're lifting up towards the belly with your pelvic floor. Keep your tailbone down towards the ground. And from here, you can just start to feel a little movement. Maybe you want to rock from side to side in your happy baby.
nice and gently. Take one more little rock here, and on the last inhale just draw your knees a little further down towards the ground, and then gently release the feet. Let's take a little twist. So wrap this right leg over the left, send your hips towards the right side. You can wrap your feet once or twice, and you're going to let your knees fall towards the left side of the room. Take your gaze towards the right. Make sure the twist is happening from the center to the top of the spine and not from the lower spine. Take 3 deep breaths here in this twist. Make sure your hands are open to a T, out in a T shape. One more deep breath. Inhale, suck your belly back and draw the knees back to the sky. Release the legs and send your hips slightly towards the left side of the mat. Wrap this left leg on top of the right, either once or twice. Keep your arms open out into a T shape and gently drop your knees towards the right side of the room. Taking that gaze towards the left. Try to draw this left shoulder down towards the ground, getting a little deeper into that twist. And here, take 3 deep breaths together. One more deep breath. And very gently, let's start to draw the legs back to the sky. Release the grip of the feet. And then we're going to make our way into our final resting pose, Savasana. So extend through your legs. Allow your feet to hang heavy. They're a little wider than hips now. And just get as comfortable as you can. Wiggle your hips. Make sure your shoulder blades are tucked underneath you, and open up through the hands, palms facing the sky. Make sure your gaze is facing up towards the sky, and just allow everything to become really, really heavy. Close your eyes. Together we're going to take just a minute of complete silence together, and then we'll end our class together. Try not to avoid this pose. It's one of the most important poses. It's where we try to find the total inner peace, letting go and accepting any thoughts. So any thoughts that come in, accept that they're there, but then let them go. Try not to feed them with any other thought. Just be in this moment, present. Our moment of silence begins now. Just breathe naturally, sinking heavy to the ground.
from here, start to deepen your breath with your eyes still closed, just warming up through the body once again. And one more deep breath. Returning back to a natural rhythm. Start to wiggle the fingertips and the toes very gently, feeling the life come back to them, that tingling sensation of energy. And then rotate your palms, rotating the wrists and the feet at the same time in one direction, keeping the eyes closed, and then in the other direction. With the eyes still closed, take a big stretch up and over the head, as if you're just waking up first thing in the morning. Stretching from the toes to the fingertips. With your eyes still closed, start to rotate onto your side body very gently. Lying on your side, take a moment here, take a big breath. Gently push yourself up into a seat, eyes still closed. Take any seat of your choice. Sit up tall through the spine. Inhale the hands to the sky, look up, keeping the eyes closed. Exhale the hands to the heart center and bow your head to your palms. Repeat your affirmation that you had at the beginning of your class to yourself. Just inside your head, repeat those words. Take a big inhale. Namaste, everybody. You can open your eyes. I thank you so much for joining me today. Please let me know in the description below how you got on, and if you're on social media, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram, and I'd absolutely love to see a picture of how your flow went, and just some descriptive words of how it made you feel. Sharing is caring, and I just am so grateful for all of you guys that joined me on this channel. It means so much to me, and having a little baby, it's just wonderful that I have got a community like this, and just something that I can share with the world that means so much to me. And yes, I hope you all continue having a wonderful, happy, positive day. I hope this hasn't left you feeling too tired, but instead more energized and ready for the day. If not, grab a coffee. Sending you all lots of love and light.